Mary Poppins! We need to find number 17 Cherry Tree Lane. Oh, do you see it? Number 17 Cherry Tree Lane. That's the house. There it is. We're going to the house. Oh, and there's 4 children that live there. Jane, she's the oldest. Michael, her brother, and the twins. The family's nanny left unexpectedly, and it was their bedtime. Oh, I wonder why the nanny left. Outside, the east wind blew, howling through the cherry trees that lined the tree. The wind madly spun Admiral Bloom's wealth. Michael joined his sister Jane at the window. The twins were howling, "Ow, woo, woo! Ow, woo, woo, woo!" as loud as the wind. And that's when they saw a strange shape flying towards them. It was a woman carrying an umbrella in one hand and a bag in the other, and she was flying. "Look, look," said the twins. "There's a woman out there flying, and she's holding an umbrella." "Oh, you're so silly," Jane said. "Yeah, you too. There's no such thing as a woman flying outside our window. You're just hearing the wind making howling noises." And the twins insisted. So neither had their parents, for they proudly opened the door when they heard a... At the top of the landing, the children watched as this curious visitor flew up the banister. Jane and Michael slid down the banister all the time, much to their parents' dismay, but never gave up. Despite the wind, she was neat as a pin. There was something exciting about this lady, with her hat and her coat and her little black shoes and her umbrella and her little black bag. "Hello, I'm Mary Poppins. How did you find us?" said Jane. "The wind blew me here," she said. And then Mary Poppins wasted no time getting settled in. She took her umbrella from out of her strange bag, and she pulled out a starched apron, which she tied around her waist. Oh, she was getting ready. She had a bottle of scents, she had some lozenges, a set of dominoes, 2 bathing caps, and 7 flannel nightgowns. She had so much stuff in that bag. Look at that bag. Oh my gosh, look at that, Jane. And Margot and the twins said she has 4 cotton towels, a large bar of soap, a pair of boots, a postcard album, a toothbrush, a pack of hairpins. Oh my gosh, she has so much stuff in there, and she's taking out more things. That bag is never ending. Her bag is like my room, full of toys and stuff that just is exploded all over the place. And the twins just looked in amazement at the bags. I'm gonna see what else is in that bag when she's not looking. From that night on, Mary took charge, and the children followed. Every day with Mary was an adventure. Oh my gosh, she's so fun. They'll wave to Miss Lark, their next-door neighbor. "Hello, Miss Lark. Good morning. And how are you today?" she said. Jane and Michael never knew she was going to ask how they were, so she just spotted a fluffy little dog there, and she picked him up and said hi to the fluffy dog. They always stopped to admire the matchman's work. On Sundays, the matchman made chalk drawings on the sidewalk. "Instead of selling matches, strike me pink," Mary said, and she was pleased. "He's so creative. Look at those drawings. Can you believe he did that with matches?" On this particular day, Mary Poppins, Jane, and Michael were taking the bus to pay the visit to Mary's uncle, Mr. Wiggs. "Why, your uncle called Mr. Wiggs," said Michael. "Does he wear one?" "He's called Mr. Wiggs because Mr. Wiggs is his name," said Mary, "and he doesn't wear one. He is bald." "Oh, he's bald. Okay, Mr. Wiggs." Inside number 3, Robinson's Road, an enormous table was laid for tea. But where was Mr. Wigg? Jane and Michael heard a giggle and looked up. "I see cake, I see tea cake, I see the tea." There he was. Oh my gosh, he's sitting in his chairs with some fancy clothes. And oh, Uncle Albert, not again. It's not your birthday, is it? "Oh, Uncle Albert, not again. It's not your birthday, is it?" Mary Poppins asked. "Oh, I'm afraid it's my birthday," he said. "Why, Jane, how, Michael?" Well, you see, the first funny thought, I'm up like a balloon, and until I can think of something serious, Jane, Poppins, I can't get down. The children laughed, and the more they laughed, curious things happened. Jane felt herself growing lighter and lighter. Everyone was floating up in the air, the teacups and the teapot and all the things. Mine was upside down. Oh my gosh, this is so much fun. My hair. Oh my gosh, my dress is flapping in the wind. I'm floating in the air. Mary Poppins liked to be proper. Really, such behavior. Come on, Mary Poppins, cried the children. Think of something funny. But Mary didn't need to. She could fly even without laughing. She brought the table up with her. Time for tea, announced Mr. Wig, and the children laughed some more. We're up in the air having tea. Can you believe it? And the cat's floating. Oh my gosh, this is the funnest day ever. Mary Poppins is so much fun. Time to go, time to go, time to go. No need to think about serious things like school or growing up. They all came down with a thump, thump, thump in time to catch the bus home. When the day started growing shorter, Mary Poppins and James and Michael went to the most curious shop they've ever seen. Fanny May, Mary called out in the empty shop. Annie Fanny, her echoed back. Oh, who's Annie Fanny? I wonder. It's a special little shop. I wonder what's in there. Miss Fanny and Miss Annie appeared with their mother. Miss Corey, how do we do? She said with a dreary smile. She offered Jane and Michael a baker's dozen of gingerbread, each adorned with a gilt paper star. Arms piled up and the delicious dark cakes, Mary and Jane and Michael headed home. Why, these are the most delicious ginger cookies I've ever had. Yummy, yum, yum. Later that night, after the gingerbreads are gone, their golden stars were away in the nursery. Jane and Michael went outside the window. Fanny and Annie each held a ladder and set them up. Oh my gosh! One in the earth, the other in the sky. Mrs. Corey painted the sky with glue, and Mary Poppins stuck gilt stars that began to twinkle fiercely. They're stars! Are the stars gold paper, or is it gold paper stars? Jane wondered. But she knew that only someone very much wiser than Michael could give her the answer. They is so cool that they're putting stars in the skies. Mary Poppins is so much fun, and Fanny and Frank. And another bedtime on a cold winter's night, Michael was thinking about elephants. I wonder what happens in the zoo at night. Spit, spot, to bed you go, said Mary Poppins. She knows everything but never tells, Jane whispered. Spit spots, what's that mean? Jane and Michael followed the voice out of the bed and came down the lane, across the park, and came to the zoo. In the light of the full moon, Jane and Michael saw the most amazing thing. The animals were free, and the center of it all was Mary Poppins. The voice belonged to a bear wearing a coat with brass buttons. He handed them each a ticket and told them, look at the bear, he's wearing a coat with brass buttons. And there's the zebra, giraffe, and the kangaroo, and the monkeys. Oh my gosh, this is the best zoo in the whole wide world. And look at the little red pandas, and the tiger, and the lion. Oh my gosh. We are all made from one star. Winter turned to spring, as it does, and the bare cherry trees on Cherry Lane blossomed and rained pink petals once again. Mary Poppins was especially quiet as she tidied up after supper. For a moment, she put one hand lightly on Michael's head and the other on Jane's head, on the other Jane's shoulder. There was something different in the air. Admiral Bloom's weather vane confirmed the wind had changed. Jane and Michael heard the front door slam. They rushed to their bedroom window. Oh no! The storm and the wind is blowing. I see leaves flying. Jane and Michael opened their window. Mary Poppins, they shouted. The wind blew her over the rooftops and away from Cherry Lane. Would they ever see her again? Au revoir, she called, which means, dear reader, to meet again. Au revoir, au revoir, Mary Poppins. Come back to our enchanting podcast. We love to hear more stories from you. The end.